And we will try it again. This time looks like Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. It's the Cardinals, it's the Saints. No time to waste, and we are underway. Chatter Island. Rashid Shaheed, the dangerous one, out to the 27-yard line. And Tyler Show will get us started on the offensive end. Currently the betting favorite. One position in week number 1, which would be a home game for him and his offense. So could be a very exciting beginning for the second rounder out of Louisville. Seemingly came almost out of nowhere, but now has the favoritism to win that spot over Spencer Rattler. Didn't really have a very great stand last season at the end of the year, so does kind of make sense in that category. But he opens up here under center for his first career start. And it's a handoff to Alvin Kamara. That's the guy you want to have in your backfield if you're a young rookie. And it's an 8-yard pickup on the opening carry. Talk about the Saints offense a little bit as we welcome everybody joining me. SM Sansoriu, John Zeller, the mock draft guy, everybody else joining me throughout. Glad to have you guys with me here for game number 8 of 16 in week 1. Pick it up, Brandon Cook, 5-yard pickup. And then this Cardinal defense, though, adding Dalvin Tomlinson and Josh Sweat this offseason. Akeem Davis-Gaither as well at middle linebacker. Doing some great things there. Saints, though, looking to get started. Push out the defense on their opening drive. Man in motion and some blitz coming here. That's not going to do anything to Tyler Show. Poised on his first career pass. It's a 24-yard completion to Chris Olave. Not showing any sights of fear in the National Football League so far. Good for him there. Cardinals rocking the all-whites on the road here in week number 1. And the Saints wearing their black uniforms. The Show goes bottom of the screen this time. It'll go for 6 yards. And again, it's Chris Olave, the Ohio State Buckeye, who has suffered more concussions, I believe, than years in the National Football League. Seems to be a very common trend nowadays with wide receivers. Hopefully that gets appointed to very soon. Show, though, putting on a show early on here. 2 for 2, make it 3 for 3. Buda Baker with a good tackle. And no forward progress there to the 27, called the 28. Tried to fight for an extra yard. He'll end up losing one. 3rd and 2 on the way. Of course, the quarterback room now, adding Will Johnson for the Arizona Cardinals, Jalen Thompson, Buda Baker as well in that defensive background. Shuck, I like that. Saints going to work out of the empty here as the rookie on a 3rd and 2 will go bottom of the screen, completes that one to Jawan Johnson. Forward progress has got him a first down, and the Saints drive will continue. What up, Scribble? It is crazy work, and I 100% wholeheartedly plan to start Rattler today. Not even lying. Oh, you're actually being serious? Huh. Now it's a 1st and 10 here for New Orleans. From the 24, Alvin Kamara motions out of the backfield. Cardinals linebackers will drop. Pass coming from the 35-yard line down the field, collected by Rashid Shaheed. Always very curious. Are we 100% sure it's Shuck before I make a fool of myself? Probably is. It is Shuck. Huh. And a good pass there. Good collection from number 22, Rashid Shaheed. Always an interesting thing right there. Where is the K in that name? Where does the end of Chuck, the Shuck, come from? I'm very confused. Whatever. We move. Shuck now on 3rd and 4 from the 18 of Arizona into the red zone. Looking for at least a touchdown here. Field goal would feel like a settlement, and across the middle of the field, finding his man. That is Brandon Cooks, it looks like, on the check down. And it is the former Dallas Cowboy. Yeah, I think Stream just had a very big buffer right there. We should be good now. Cardinal defense now with their heels in the end zone. Still looking to make a stop here on 1st and goal. Pitches out left side. Kamara trying to use that great vision of his to find anything. Lining up. Ends up losing a yard on the pitch. As to most pitches in Madden. Yeah, I guess nobody on draft night knew how to say his last name either then, because I always heard Show. Regardless, though, the rookie out of Louisville. Shuck will hand this one off to Kamara, and he will dive for the end zone through the hit of Buda Baker. Saints' opening drive is perfection. On the board on the opening drive. Rookie quarterback to veteran running back. That is a recipe for success on the home turf. Good start for the Saints. Yeah, I think in this particular roster, this is the NFL roster guru, Peace Control Ghosty on PS5. The Cardinals rated at an 80 and the Saints at a 77. Extra point is up and good for Blake Grupe. And a terrific 11-play opening statement drive from Tyler Shuck. Okay, I had some lines down if it was Tyler Show, but now that it's Shuck, the Shuck and Chuck is going to go crazy later when he throws the deep ball. I'm ready for it now. Commanders play Thursday night, I believe. Yeah, tomorrow we got the Steelers and Jets, and then after that is the G-Men and the Commanders. So two very good-looking matchups, I have a feeling. Obviously the NFC East on Thursday night, but Justin Fields looking for revenge in that home game against the Steelers. Here is DJ Dallas on the return up to the 27-yard line. And Kyler Murray, K1, will take over. Huck Shuck at football, I like it. Gonna need the real Tyler Shuck to play this good, we'll see. Only time will tell. Glad we got some representation from both fan bases in here, though. That'll make for an interesting game. It's the Cardinals' turn now to rebuttal on the offensive end. Kyler Murray from under center, first overall in 2019, and he will check that one down to Trey McBride, who was really becoming quite a successful tight end in the NFL level. He did find a lot of it a couple times. Deepest pass was like 24, though. Wasn't too bad. It's an 8-yard pickup on the opening play for Arizona. McBride with a great start to his season. Took him a while to get an end zone shot. And here goes James Conner, the former Steeler, across midfield. Cardinals looking to establish a run game here against New Orleans. Team that was relatively not great at covering the run last season. All things considered, not terrific at very much. Frankly, their record represented that. Cardinals had a somewhat successful season given their roster, but now expectations a little bit higher as James Conner picks up 2 more. If we lose this game IRL, then we trade K1 and take immediately already. Wow. What up, Royal Reacts? Pick the Cardinals tonight, almost sure. Fire pick 'em fade this year. Yeah, this game, I think the Cardinals are the heavy favorite in the pick 'em. Conner picks up 2 more there on his second carry. And now Murray wants an empty backfield as well. Motions James Conner to his right side. It's a 4-man rush for New Orleans. Almost gets home. That's a big hit, though. Down the face of the field. And that catch, I believe that was made by Zay Jones. And now you got Justin Reed and Tyrann Mathieu, 2 former Kansas City Chiefs, making up the safety room here. A little bit of a garbage dump from the former AFC champions in the defensive backfield as Murray down the field on 3rd and 4. Keeps the drive chugging along. Again, it's Zay Jones. Never forget his legacy drive last year. Or his legacy game, I should say. He had like 3, maybe 4 touchdowns in a game that he should have been like wide receiver 4 in the depth chart, but it happens. Spelling MHJ touchdown. Yet to have a target. Could we see one here? Lined up at the top of the screen. 1-on-1. Murray, deep drop back, going down the field, incomplete. And Trey McBride gave that one his all. Simply did not work out. Got to respect the effort at the bare minimum. 5 or 6 wins, not a great team, but an easier schedule. Yeah, I think that's where the Saints are a little bit better than the Browns, Giants, and some other teams down there. Relatively light schedule. Some might include game number 1 this year, but the Cardinals have different ideas. 10-yard line is where that one ends up for James Conner. Another terrific rush, which will take us near the end of the first quarter. Should get there, actually. Crazy quick start to this one. And time will tick down. End of 1 here at the Caesar Superdome. Saints 7, Cardinals none. And we go 80 yards the opposite direction. Beginning quarter number 2 with a 1st and goal. Murray's going to hand off to James Conner, looking to finish what he started, and he'll take 1. M.A. Shea, I could have a day because I don't have him in fantasy this week. Oh, of course. Usually how that works. But here are people saying we will get 5 wins like we don't get national champions. Well, Howard, I mean, I suppose. Conner lines up this time 8 yards behind the original snap, fighting his way up the field, and that is a fortuitous deflection of bodies there. Demario Davis in the mix, as well as Kool-Aid McKinstry. Still the coolest name in all of football. What up, Flash Gordon? Cardinals D was pretty good last year. Looked to be talented this year. I think they were very good last year despite not having very much talent. Had a great offseason, though. But their offense looking to match the Saints' opening drive as Murray from under center on 3rd and goal, stepping to his right, avoiding Chase Young, stepping up in the pocket, and he'll slide down for 2. Good stop there from the Saints. And finally, a defense puts their foot in the ground. Getting used to national champion Will Howard. I mean, I'm a Buckeye fan, so nothing I'm not used to already. Shatter Island, former New England Patriot, on for a 22-yarder. Looking to get the Birds on the board, and he does so. Lead is cut to 4. Opening drives for both teams go for points. It's the rookie Tyler Shuck. Shucking and chucking for the early lead. His last name is pronounced Shuck, like when you shuck an oyster. That is crazy. Good to know. Shout out Santorio for correcting me before I made the entirety of the stream unbearable for Saint fans to listen to. Very similar Brett Favre, like how is the R before the F or the V? That makes no sense. And now Rashid Shaheed on the return for the 2nd time today. A little spin move there. Kind of ran into the tackler. And a poor return out to the 24. Alvin Kamara off to a pretty good start. Not as good as James Conner, but he does have that touchdown, which is propelling him above the rest. T-Wolves Thunder tonight, yes indeed. Not sure when that tip-off is actually. I'll have to look real quick. Might be, I thought it was 9:30. 8:30 in OKC. Should be a pretty fun series, I'm hoping. And now the Saints back to it. Tyler Shuck under center. We'll hand off to Alvin Kamara. 4 rushes, 18 yards. Make it 5 for 23 now. Wolves in 5? Nah. I mean, you know, I was always thinking it would be like Thunder in 5. Didn't know they split the regular season, though. It might be Wolves in 6, I can't lie. If they watch enough film, if Rudy Gobert steps up and they watch enough Nuggets film, they could be all right. See if the Cardinals bring pressure here, and a penalty marker down. First of the game. This one is coming back, so negate the Alvin Kamara rush. Saints already off to a poor start with their pre-snap penalties. That is something they look to avoid here in week number 1. Most recent football game played in this stadium, the Super Bowl between the Chiefs and the Eagles, played here back in February. 40-22 victory for Philadelphia in that one. 2nd Super Bowl title as the Saints look to get their 2nd. Good pass there from Shuck again to Brandon Cooks. Thunder defense is scary. 7 deep. Going to be a good series for sure. I feel like, surprisingly, the 1 seed is going to be a little bit more fatigued, though, after playing the 7-game series, and the Wolves only winning in 5. Lots of upsets all over the league. Over that way, as Shuck down the middle checks this one down to Chris Olave. He's been very disciplined so far. Not been hanging on to the football too long, not been taking any unnecessary risks, just taking what the Cardinals give him. 5 yards here and there, 3 yards here and there. It's really how you demoralize a defense and insert yourself. He's done a great job so far, still looking for that first career passing touchdown. It'll have to wait at least a play as Kamara back to it across the logo. That's a first down rush, something he has been used to in his career. And if I'm not mistaken, Alvin Kamara, believe it or not, has never had a 1,000-yard rushing season. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Santorio. I believe that is a factual statement. As the running back lines up as a receiver here. On 1st and 10 from the Cardinal 48. Outside pass in the breadbasket of Olave. That's a 5-yard scoot and catch. That is true. Yeah, I figured it still was. Didn't know if he had a quiet breakout year. Obviously, Saquon was the talk of town with that 2,000-yard season in Philadelphia. Scribble says Wolves in 5. We'll see. Shuck now with a bunch formation to his right side here. Loves to work out of the empty. The second rounder out of Louisville. From midfield, we'll throw this one. Another check down to Juwan Johnson. Perfection, though. Works out beautifully. Yeah, obviously a great dual threat back. Not denying that whatsoever. But heard that, I think, a year or two ago and was just very interested to hear. Now, that statement was true. Back in 2021, regarded as a top 3 back. Never had a 1,000-yard rushing season, though. One of the best dual-threat running backs in the business. And he looks to take that name to heart here, acting as a receiver. Once again, it is Shuck facing a 4-man rush, finds Olave. Another great first down reception, number 5 today, total for Olave. Starting to feast off the rookie. Why not? Cardinals cannot get a stop, and this clock is going by quickly. Very, very fast opening 15 minutes or so here. As Shuck will finally face a delayed blitz and still completes this one. No gain. But that's not a bad thing. On a busted play like that, Jalen Thompson finally makes a tackle. Clock still ticking, though. Matt thinks our defense is going to still be as after this offseason. Yeah, I don't know, man. Tomlinson, Josh Sweat. Tons of good pickups, just nobody waking up yet for the Redbirds wearing white today. Juwan Johnson in motion this time. Tyler Shuck dropping back, throwing on the run, checking it down to Kamara. Work to do for himself. And he'll take 2 on the underneath pass. What a quick game, though. Holy moly. Already at the 2-minute warning. We are not even 20 minutes into stream. Got to balance it out after yesterday's overtime game. That took nearly an hour 15, but here we are at the 2-minute warning. Saints maintaining a 4-point lead. Shuck, though, going to remain hungry here after the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 8 from the Cardinal 23. It's a 5-step drop, being pressured, sets his feet, fires downfield. Shaheed's got blocking, and he's got the end zone. What a play. Saints offense unstoppable early. How about it? Tyler Shuck showing some poise for the rookie. His first career passing touchdown. Rashid Shaheed does it all himself. Oh boy, oh boy. Do we have an upset brewing? Cardinals, I believe, are 3-point favorites going into week number 1. Something around there. Obviously, plenty of football to be played. They also get the ball to begin the second half, but they can't get a stop right now. And the extra point from Blake Grupe will make this an 11-point New Orleans Saint lead. Here at home, 10-play, 80-yard drive. Tyler Shuck continuing to ball out. Rashid Shaheed, Travis Hunter, baby. He might be. Rashid Shaheed, honestly, if you guys remember the sim year he had last year, he's kind of an explosive Madden player. Madden has a select few players that they love very dearly. I think Rashid Shaheed is one of their favorites. Might just be unanimously their top guy. Grupe on the kickoff. Cardinals back to it. DJ Dallas on the return from the 7-yard line. And he is tackled immediately at the 24. And so, James Conner looking for another great drive, just like the previous one he had. Murray fell just short on that scramble on 3rd and goal. Mount Carmel High Schooler guy, is that a fact? It is 2-minute drill time. for the first overall pick a couple of years ago, Kyler Murray. Getting to it with all 3 timeouts, looking to escape the pocket. The former Oklahoma Sooner taking all the yardage ahead of him, out of bounds at the 42. Well, sooner or later that was going to happen. And it happens to be an 18-yard pickup on the opening play of drive number 2 for Arizona. Good play for the Cardinal offense. Looking to at least bring this game back within a score. Before the beginning of the second half, Cardinals receive that kickoff. Chase Young giving chase. Not going to be enough, though. Murray down the sideline, pointing out blocker, stepped out of bounds, or he could have been gone at the 35-yard line. Back-to-back rushes as he's getting into it now with Kool-Aid McKinstry. Take a look at that replay. Chase Young a little bit too slow. And if Murray didn't step out, he could have been gone. 2 excellent quarterback keepers, though. Maybe a spy will be in play for the Saints, or how about an all-out blitz? Is that pass contested? But it's the second-year guy out of Ohio State, Marvin Harrison Jr., who secures it. Smart catch right there, turning his body away from the defender, not risking a pick at all. Quick start to this one, but it's been great football. Got to respect that. Trey McBride here going to block. And then acts as a receiver. Pass from the backfield, knocked away to Mario Davis, laying down a shoulder on James Conner. Into the blink of an eye, a couple of big first downs turn into 3rd and 2. Should be Chad at Ryland range if they need him. Clock stopping play right there. Who Dat Nation on their feet here at the Caesar Superdome. Murray on 3rd and 2, silences the crowd. Marvin Harrison Jr.'s got that one. Alontae Taylor in pursuit, a little bit too late. And the clock stops with a $1:02. I'm also a Bucs fan, so I have a Mount Carmel High School on my Saints team. That's fire. That is awesome. On the cusp of the red zone now, Murray with 2 receivers left and right. In the final minute of the half, the corner shot is going to be caught up top by Michael Wilson. And its timeout is taken by Arizona. 56 seconds left in the first half. 2 offenses have been moving down the field slowly but surely. Have a feeling this game will come down to a turnover or a sack. Seems to be no other way. Give the Pick'em a little bit of room to breathe. Come on, they need it. As Arizona burns their first timeout, 2 left here. On a 6-man rush, Saints looking to get home. Pass down the middle is hauled in by Michael Wilson again. And now goal to go for Arizona. They will want to take their time. Plenty of time to go to get 3 plays off with 2 timeouts as well. Don't want to give the Saints any time. You know, the huck it and shuck it mentality. Arizona now with 13 on the play clock will step into James Conner over top defenders and into the end zone for the Arizona Cardinal touchdown. And that is the response Arizona needed. Their defense can't get a stop. How about the offense gets rolling? There you have it. Cardinals then call that one perfectly. Ryland on for the extra point, trying to get us back within 4. Kick is on the way, and it is good. Splits the uprights after an 8-play, 76-yard drive for Kyler Murray. That was beautiful. Should have been Marvin Harrison Jr. He'll get his, trust. Trust me. Still time left in this one. Well, now the Saints have a chance, though, to score just before the break. Arizona happy to get into the end zone. Content with the end of that. Maybe not too happy with how much time they left. A muffed kick would be quite crazy. Never seen one before. Not even a muffed punt. And now it's Rashid Shaheed after his receiving touchdown. Actually, it is not Rashid Shaheed. Always forget there's 2 return men now because of the new kickoff rule. Shaheed playing the primary return man here in New Orleans. Not that time, though. Not a very good return. Regardless, also takes some time off the clock. 18 seconds left, all 3 timeouts as well. And we will see if New Orleans takes a gamble here. Likely going to be just a handoff to Alvin Kamara. And if it's a good one, they will show some interest on this drive. It is not. He is foiled backwards, and we have hit halftime from Caesars Superdome. It's the Cardinals 10, the Saints 14 in an offensive battle in Louisiana. Cardinals to receive the second half kickoff, looking to take their first lead of the game as we will go straight to the second half. DJ Dallas ready to return a Blake Groupie kickoff. Beck Haywood's Fortnite game's falling off a bit. Nah, definitely just his Call of Duty. Don't forget, all of my streams take place before Call of Duty's release, I believe. Maybe week 7. That may not be true. But Cardinals were 6-1 last year in my sims, so correlation, causation, whatever you call it. Certainly a possibility. DJ Dallas on the return, following blockers, cutting it upfield. Awkward tackle there. Hopefully he is okay, as that one is out to the 30. Murray back to it. 2 big rushes on that touchdown drive that set him up shop. Terrific 2-minute drill orchestrated. Finished off with a James Conner rushing touchdown. Trey McBride's gotten in on the action, as has Marvin Harrison Jr. and Michael Wilson. A little bit of love for everybody as we are set to begin half number 2 from the 30 with a handoff to James Conner. Hit down hard. Humongous hit at the 29. Looks like Tyrann Mathieu was in there with that one. Him and Justin Reed. Going to be quite the duo to foil with in the defensive backfield. Cardinals offense has handled it pretty well. Murray has seemed unfazed through most of it. See if the Saints can cause him some trouble here. Not going to happen. Check down to Michael Wilson. Good for 9. Great chunk play on 2nd and long. Back in front of the 6 now. Hot take for my team. I think Jimmy Horn will take some of Adam Thielen's snaps during the season. Been looking really good in rookie camp. Good for him. Honey Badger, do not. That's a very good reference. 3rd and 2 from the 38. Murray from under center. 5-man rush looking to escape right side. Barely gets away, and he will pick up the first down. How about the speed from the little man? Getting to it. Let me tell you, though, when the little legs start churning, it's all good. Went on my channel, watched Chuck in person the last season as he played for my Louisville Cards, so I'm pretty interested in this. Should be an interesting one. He's balling out so far. 1 touchdown. As the Saints have a 4-point lead at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. James Conner going to have something to say about that, though. Breaking it outside. Tyrann Mathieu saves a touchdown at the 41. Conner has been feasting here. It's been a week of unlikely running backs, you know. Not Saquon Barkley, but Chase Brown, Bucky Irving, and James Conner this week. I love it. Once again, some separation given to Marvin Harrison Jr. Terrific blocking and a check down to Michael Wilson. Good enough for a gain of a half dozen yards there. Try to see who got set head over heels that time. It may have been Carl Granderson on the pass rush. Take a look at my replay here. And it was Chase Young. But he is back on the field here, acting as an edge rusher this time. James Conner gets the rock and almost gets the first down. Luckily got James Conner in fantasy. Great day to have him. Let me tell you. That is his 9th carry. Over 60 yards and a touchdown today. He's eaten well on opening weekend. Looking like he'll get the football again here. On 3rd and inches, a little bit of a weekend off as Conner hits the edge, up the sideline into the red zone. Taken down at the 11, averaging 8.3 yards per carry. And again, just not very good pursuit from New Orleans. Conner kind of dips the shoulder there. Good hesitation. And it works out. The bell cow has been carrying most of the workload on this drive. See if Murray will take some away from him. James Conner motioned out to the left, averaging over 8 yards a carry. That slant down the middle, caught by Wilson. Sets up 2nd and inches at the 1-yard line. Watched some Cardinals last season. Seems he has plenty of gas left in the tank. I would agree. Got a rule where I don't pick any Cardinal players on my fantasy squad. Finding a way to reverse jinx myself. That is smart. James Conner looking for his second rushing touchdown here on 2nd and inches from the 1, but instead it's going to be a one-handed catch showing off the hands Trey McBride, and the Cardinals take their first lead. How about that? Wow. Nobody near him, and he says, you know what? Mama gave me 2 hands, but I'm using one in the corner. What a grab from McBride. How about it? Back and forth we go. Saints score a touchdown. Cardinals respond. Halftime hits. Cardinals add to it. And now what can Tyler Shuck do? Trailing for the first time in his career. Well, there you have it. Chad Ryland on for the extra point. Looking to give the Cardinals their 3-point boost. Kick is up, and it is good. Arizona 17, New Orleans 14. It is a 14-0 Cardinal run. A red surge on the road. I don't know who Tom compare Connor to, but I'm trying. Or you don't know who to compare him to, yeah. What up, Chili? Spell 6 and 2. Might be a false scent, can't lie. Either that or you came in here at the perfect time. Because you have not seen Tyler Shuck yet, who is back to it after this Rashid Shaheed return. Met immediately at the 22. These returns seem to get further and further away from their approved destination. Shuck. Look at a Shuck and Chuck once again. I'm never going to get over saying that. You guys have got me having way too much fun now that I know how to say his last name. Met McBride during Washington game. Got to chat with him. Got a selfie. It's fine. What a guy. Tyler Shuck back to it here in half number 2. Got his first career touchdown in the first half. Looking for his first career win. And a good start in half number 2. It's Chris Olave. No clue who you picked. That's even more awesome. Well, let us take a look now at our forms distribution for today's game. If you guys are interested and have not filled out a pick'em yet, go to the community tab on the YouTube channel and look for it there. 10-yard pickup for Chris Olave. Just looking to stay healthy this season. Got to be his number 1 goal. Pinball left side going for a loss of 2. Josh Sweat, the former Eagle with the TFL. Met Kittle at OKC Thunder game, really. Talked to him for a couple of minutes. Best 2 minutes of my life. It's fire. George Kittle at a Thunder game. That's fun. Very interesting. 2nd down and a dozen. Cardinals trying to put their foot in the ground for the first time today. 4-man rush as Shuck is unfazed. Sideline pass. What a ball through a tight window. Fits that one. And a super tiny gap around Justin Reed. Ooh, that was beautiful. Pardon me, that is not Justin Reed. That is Will Johnson. That is your rookie corner. Rookie on rookie moment right there. And the Saints win that battle. Here is a handoff to Kamara. Almost hit the 2nd level. Would have been hard to bring him down in the open field from that point forward. Met Brady Quinn at a restaurant I worked at in Chicago. Brady Quinn at Browns, the legend. Oh, he's from Norman. Gotcha. Does add up. That does make sense. From the other half of midfield now, it's another handoff to Kamara. Try to hit the exterior. Terrific tackle made at midfield, the line of scrimmage. And try to see who that is on the exterior. None of these guys have numbers. It's always the backups making big plays, I feel like. Distribution for the pick'em today, though, 18-9 in favor of Arizona. Could be a week 1 upset brewing here if Tyler Shuck continues to play like this. Pressure coming, hit as he throws. Wise to just get that one away, though. Good blitz. Not even close to picked up. That is Akeem Davis-Gaither with the big hit. And that'll bring up a punt for the first time today. Good stop for the Cardinals. Here is Matthew Habel on for the punt. This is going to land inside the 10 and die at the 1-yard line. What a punt. Bringing out the pitching wedge. Wow. I don't know if it's just been since I came here, but that run game was doing no favors on that drive. No, it has not been. Kamara had a pretty good first half, though. I think his blocking is just kind of weakened. Bingo punt. There you have it. Just when you get excited. Blake Gillikin. Oh, sorry, that's Matthew Hayball. Blake Gillikin now on the Cardinals, ironically. Pins them at the 1-yard line. And so a 99-yard football field to work with. How about a fullback dive to get him out of trouble? Got to be careful. And it's barely going to be enough to get out of the end zone for Tip Riemann. Boy, was that ever so close. Big tie up top right now of this pick'em. That is pretty wild. How about that? New Orleans looking for a safety here on 2nd and 10. Fullback dive does not work out too well. Here is James Conner. Push it up the middle. Hit hard, almost threw a stiff arm down on Demario Davis before he was shut down at the 8-yard line. 3rd and 3 coming up. Little bit more breathing room delivered. Almost had our first safety of the year. James Conner, though, helping out greatly. 90 yards rushing today. What a career high he is having, or looking to have, as that one winds up incomplete. Pressure delivered from the Saints front four. Pete Warner was in there. Devon Godshaw coming over from New England. Nathan Shepard. All in the face of Kyler Murray. And off of the terrific punt Matthew Hayball had, Blake Gillikin now from the zone end zone after a 3-and-out. Pressure was there. Did not quite get home. Good punt, but returnable for Rashid Shaheed to the 49-yard line. And Tyler Shep will take back over from just about where he ended with 3 to go in the 3rd quarter. Last name's Ryman, got you. The English language continues to just sacrifice me. Worst language of all time, by the way. Final play of the 3rd quarter. Tyler Shuck facing a 4-man rush again. Checking this one down, complete to Jawan Johnson. And that'll take us to the 4th quarter. Cardinals ahead by 3, Saints driving, pushing for a tie or a lead once again. Into the final 8 minutes of regulation. Handoff is to Alvin Kamara. Terrific tackle from the defensive line. Believe that was Walter Nolan. Definitely spelled funky. Yeah, that's true. I just wish English vowels worked how they work in every other language. They make one sound and one sound only, but nope, not in English. 1-yard pick up there from Kamara. He's starting to slow down a little bit here in the 2nd half, which means it's time to shuck it and chuck it down the field. Caught on the sideline by Olave. Glad that worked out for me, not going to lie. Took a gamble and it paid off. Game is definitely going quick, though. Oh, wow, that wound up incomplete. Holy cow. Wow. Looked like Olave was in. Officials think differently. 3rd and 9 now after he could not get the 2nd foot in bounds. And so now here is Shuck from midfield, stepping up in the pocket, looking to take off by himself, and no help there from his wide receiver. Rashid Shaheed did not throw him a block. What up, BG Pro? Kicked how similar this is on how it went in my game. Wow. Field goal range, though, that's for sure. Irish names will give you an aneurysm. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Blake Grupe on now for a 52-yarder. Looking to tie us up here in the 4th quarter at 17. Kick on the way, and it is good. All knotted up at 17 apiece. And so here is your live in-game poll. Who do you guys think is going to win given the remaining circumstances? Got to think the Cardinals may be slightly favored, but of course you guys can always answer a tie too. Came awfully close yesterday with late overtime football. Patriots stole that one. And the dying embers, each team had the football at least once in OT. With the new rules, that happens regardless though. DJ Dallas does not win overtime himself, though, looking for another superb return. That ain't going to happen on this time. Only out to the 24. Game is rigged, by the way. You lost the game the moment you said... I don't even remember what you said, to be honest. Oh, night-night. Yeah, you said night-night when they were up 7. That is something. Quite the decision from you, I can't lie. But here we go now. It is the witching hour in New Orleans, Louisiana, all tied up at 17. Murray backpedaling down the field, connecting another deep target and a completion of 20. That is Zay Jones again. Got to give the favor to my team that is the ball late. Cards probably win right now, I would agree. Remember when Dallas had that return to your sim against Green Bay? That was awesome. There have been quite a few great returns. From the 44 now. Low step by Murray. It's collected a little bit too high there. That entire play was just off rhythm from the get-go. And it'll cost them a down. Bring it up second. Yeah, that Packers-Cardinals game last year, in my subjective opinion, probably the best game of all time last year. Incomplete pass there from Murray. Finally stops the clock with 6:12 to go. Demario Davis blitz is picked up. Chase Young, though, given pressure, and he has got a sack. Chase giving chase, and he brings him down. Behind the sticks now, 3rd and 16. Cardinals typically own the Packers in a very weird way, yeah. Chicago-Washington was the best game of all time. I would agree with that. I don't know why I said all-time last season. Yeah, that was the best game of last year. But, of course, we have seen better. First sack of the game for either team. Brings up a 3rd and long, 16 yards to go. Murray heaving this one, going for it all. Got a man out there in stride, broke it up, incomplete. Great play by Pete Warner. Saints force a punt. Got to give Murray credit, though. Picked out his target, put it in the only place he could. Just a great defensive effort from New Orleans. And that brings on Blake Gillikin in a revenge game of his own. Gets this one away. It's a good point, landing inside the 20. Rashid Shaheed, good stiff arm. Second wave is there to collect him at the 24. Saints had a game-winning field goal in your sim. That is a possibility here. They'd have to chew a lot of clock, though. Wow, what a quick game this has been. This is wild. Should have had that one, yeah. Very, very close to a touchdown lead for Arizona. But instead, Tyler Shuck looking for a game-winning drive. It is first career start. Pinpole right side is to Kamara, swallowed up for no gain. Jalen Thompson, longtime Arizona Cardinal, with a great play there. And a good reminder from John Zeller, if you guys have not yet already, drop a like on the stream. Going to shoot for a modest 11 today. Nothing too wild. But a very melancholy type of stream. Into the final 5 minutes we go now of regulation. Shuck going to continue to work from the empty. Looking to Shuck it, Shuck another one downfield. Pressure is coming. Pocket collapses, and he is sacked. Josh Sweat adds a sack to his earlier TFL. And now New Orleans facing a 3rd and 16. If the Saints' run game is this bad, it'll be a really bad season for them. Yeah, I mean, it was not this bad in the first half, though. Kamara had an opening drive touchdown. Kind of marched downfield. And just been very stagnant so far here in the second half. This talented Arizona defense finally catching up. Starting to devour the rookie all across the field. Although he is well protected on 3rd and 16, looking to escape. Pointing out blockers, and he settles for a modest 4 yards. Boy, he could have kept going there. He had the middle of the field. Think he got a little bit too paranoid about Dalvin Tomlinson running behind him, although he is significantly bigger and slower. And a punt here for Matthew Habel once again. Getting this one away with the left foot, the southpaw, with a beautiful kick returnable from the 30. And a stagnant tackle made by Alontae Taylor at the 36-yard line. MHA looks exactly in real life how it is in Madden somehow. I mean, I guess this is technically his real face scan now. Yeah, some might say he has a very easy-to-draw face. I'm not sure how insulting that might sound, but, I mean, Madden nailed it, so proof is in the pudding. And now it's Murray's turn to look for a game-winning drive here in week number 1. Going right side on a crossing route, collected by Zay Jones again. He's been feasting here. Get shocked, I like that. Oh boy. This name is going to become quite the frequent one in my chat, I have a feeling. That's awesome. 9.5-yard pickup there for Zay Jones. Murray back to it through the air, looking at the midfield stripe. It again finds the former Raider. What up, Charles Thomas? Good to hear the pipes for another season. Yes, sir. Glad to have you back in here. Looking forward to another great STEM season. Got the Commanders taking on the Giants on Thursday night. Hope that you can join me for that one. NFC East matchup to kick off the year. Zay Jones here in press coverage at the top of the screen. Keep an eye on that. Murray definitely will. Launching this one downfield. Checks it down. And Marvin Harrison Jr. coughed up the football. Alontae Taylor's on it. And the opening turnover is a big one. Whoa. What up, Laugh? Bad time for you to come in here. Man. And let's see if he was down. That was a big hit. Looks like maybe the elbow forced that. We will definitely have a second look at a replay and a potential challenge. This should come back, if I had to guess. Definitely should warrant a review at the bare minimum. New Orleans win percentage is that? I don't think so anymore. And as presumed, we will get our official review here. No challenge flag thrown. New York wants to look at this one themselves, as there is the left arm of Marvin Harrison Jr. Kind of a bang-bang play rolling over top to Mario Davis. Let's see which one happened first as Davis poked it out. This one's close. Oh, it's coming back. Wow. And here is the call on the field. And Arizona fortunate to retain possession after that one. Madden reviews are terrible because they spoil it with the scoreboard every time. I hate it. Wow. And nearly a dramatic turn in the tail. Definitely a controversial overturn there. Murray not worried about it off the play action. Right downfield he goes, connecting with Greg Dortch with first down yardage. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. From Caesar Superdome, it's the Cardinals and Saints knotted up at 17. That was Michael Wilson previously on that one, my bad. Doesn't matter who it was, though. It's a first down. Saints bringing pressure as James Conner dumped down for a loss. And Pete Warner going band for band with Josh Sweat right now. This is great. Also very random, I would agree. Saints fighting for the football back here. 2nd and 12, left side handoff is to Conner, good gain. And New Orleans will burn their first time out with 1:27, and they are hunting the football here. Tackling set to aggressive. I love how we, as the spectator, get the inside scoop of what the coaching wants to do. Pretty funny. What up, Deshaun? Rookie tendency is what did it for New Orleans losses, yeah. Lots of youth on that team. Going to take them a while to mesh together. Here's James Conner on 3rd and 9. Potential game-deciding play. And he is taken down a 1-yard pickup. Another overtime. It's definitely up in the air. Shatter Island, though, looking to give the Cardinals the lead. I don't agree with the run there. I agree with Cardinals' sin. Not sure about that decision. And now Chad Ryland on for a 43-yard attempt, looking to reinstate the Cardinal lead. With 1:20 left in the 4th quarter, kick is up, and it is good. And the Arizona lead is 3 with 1:20. And one timeout for New Orleans. Tyler Shuck looking for a statement opening game-winning drive. Well, after the recent tales of Derek Carr's retirement, and Spencer Rattler being subpar last season. A guy that nobody heard of before the NFL draft, really, for the most part. Steps up and is now QB1 here in town. Not very high expectations, but would love a Week 1 victory. Return is taken up to the 26-yard line. And that is where Tyler Shuck will begin with one timeout, 76 seconds, and a dream. Should get rid of kickers. Why are 2 games decided by 150-pound skinny white dudes? That's what makes football, though. I mean, that's why your recruitment on special teams is just as important. I love it. Minute 16, 1 timeout for Tyler Shuck. Field goal to tie, touchdown the win, and a great start to this drive. 10-yard pickup to Brandon Cooks. Rather went to high school in Arizona. Did not know that. What if Rodgers signs with the Saints? That's a possibility. Probably going to go to Pittsburgh or just not play for anyone. And here we go. Saints in the no huddle. 51 seconds left when this snap is taken. Shuck will check it down to Alvin Kamara. Stays in bounds, though. Not a very smart play. That'll cost him. Blake Grupe warming up, looking to tie the game again if he is given the opportunity. A blocked field goal would feed families right here, I'm just saying. We're yet to see that. One of the only things we have not seen in our sim. Saints not taking time. Not taking care of their time, I should say, very well. And now Shuck on 2nd and 4. Going to be sacked, and that'll cost them their final timeout. Oh, boy. Saints where he says if they win, he'll be a member. That's a bad time to throw that one down. Oh, boy. That is brutal. Shuck is chucked. And now New Orleans has got to get out of bounds here on 3rd and 11. Outside pass secured, but inbounds, that's going to cost them time. What a tackle. They'll have time for maybe one more play. Got to go quick, though. And let's see. 2 seconds, 1 second, and this game is over. The Arizona Cardinals defense able to poise a stop, 20-17. They steal one on the road in New Orleans for an opening week victory. Tragic. Very, very tragic. That reversed fumble call changed the entirety of this game. Hot start for the Saints, but it was the veteranship of the Arizona Cardinals that ended up getting them the victory. Disappointing Madden ending. That is like 2 games in a row now. We've had disgusting endings, but tomorrow we should have high-end talent bailing us out. That is the Pittsburgh Steelers way as the Steelers hit the road to take on Justin Fields and the New York Football Jets. Looking forward to that game. Should be very exciting. Hopefully you guys will join me for that tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. But until then, I will see all of you